That's what we're doing for the next really 2 weeks is work to develop his fundamentals, continue to improve his conditioning, and there's a great benefit when a team is together during the summer working out. Guys are going to push guys every day, and your leaders take over. So I think that we have had really good leadership on our team, and I think the benefit has been the conditioning of our team, to now. I think a guy like Grantham is very eager to be a part of that team and what we're trying to do. So we're just going to mesh in with the guys we got and see how we can get our best guys out there.
What does he look like now versus 2012 TCU when he was dominating?
Well, you can see the talent. I mean, he's explosive off the ball. He's got lower body power. He can play blocks. He's got good hands. He can create separation. He kind of underfield. He understands pass rush from a field standpoint. So he has the tools. What we've got to do is develop him, develop his craft, and really just try to get him familiar with our system.
When you were losing the
well, we had some other guys that, when you look at our team, first of all, Keith Brown was a guy we moved, an outside backer. Trayvon Young is a guy that plays outside backer. Henry Famamua is another guy. So we've had some guys that can play outside backer. I think that anytime you can add a guy that's been productive on the field, from a Division I school, it adds depth to your team, and you're always looking to find ways to affect the game with those guys. And obviously, he's a guy that can affect the game. So what it does is it gives you a combination of players that you can put on the field, and we'll work hard to fit him with the guys that we got.
They got here a week ago or 3 or 4 days ago. Was that later than you guys thought he was going to be?
I didn't really know when he would get here, from that standpoint. So we made sure that we prepared for if he wasn't here, because really during spring practice he was not here. So we had to go through spring practice as if he wasn't here. But we really do that with every position because you're going to have injury, and when injury happens, who's the next guy up? So we kind of went through that whole scenario during the spring. But in saying that, we also planned to be able to play when he got here and how we can move guys around and that kind of thing. So now that he's here, we're going to work hard with him to catch him up with the other players and give him a chance to be a part of our front seven.
How does he approach when everybody knows fielders coming in and fielders?
Yeah, well, I've talked to Trayvon, and he's a guy that's really improved himself. He's explosive off the ball. You can see where he has become a little bit stronger player because he's a year older. He knows the system a little bit better because he's a year older. He's hungry and excited to play this year for us and make an impact. And I really like the room that I have from an outside backer standpoint. I think those guys work well together. They care about each other. So he knows that he's going to be a part of what we're trying to do. He's competing with everybody else. The best players are going to play, but we're always going to try to find ways to get players on the field. So if you make plays in practice and become productive, we'll get you on the field.
And Keith, is he? I mean,
yeah, Keith's
been the most we've seen of Keith, I guess.
For us, no question. I think Keith is a guy that, our first year he wasn't able to get to spring practice, so that kind of put him behind a little bit. This year, he's healthy. He went through spring practice. He's got a physical skill set that can help us at that position with his ability to run, his ability to come off the edge. So we're going to work hard to continue to develop himself as an outside backer and try to find ways to get all those guys on the field as best as we can, because Keith's a good leader. He's a guy that works hard. The players on the defense respect him because of his skill set and what he can do. So we'll just continue to find ways to get all those guys on the field together. Well, I think that number one, he's a guy that is ready to move forward. He's a guy, since he's been here for us over the last few days, you can see he's very eager to get started and play football. I think that the best thing for him is to understand that he has a second chance to be a productive person in society. society. He has a chance to develop himself in the classroom, get a degree. He has a chance to get an education, which one day he will need because football is for everybody, and be a productive person in society. So he has an opportunity to continue to reach the dreams that he has. And, you know, it's important that everybody learns from the mistakes that they make and try to benefit from that, learning that, hey, these are the things I need to do moving forward with my choices to allow me to be a productive person.
When you're recruiting him, did you guys sell him on what your system would be ideal for him?
Sure. You know, I think that if you look at the players that we've had in this system, the players we had here last year, and where those players are today, and the need that we have at that position, right now, it was pretty easy for him to see where he could be an impact and be a part of what we're trying to do. So he's looking forward to competing with the other guys that we got in the room to make plays for on Saturdays.
This new group developed faster.
Yeah, Sheldon is a guy that is a tremendous leader. It starts with himself as far as he comes to work every day, whatever he's doing. He works hard. The players respect him because of his physical skill set, along with that when he says something, he kind of means it. So he does carry a big stick with the players. And, you know, anytime you can get players like Sheldon that become the voice of the coaches in the locker room, and when you're not around, it's a big thing. And I think we got really good leadership on our defense. And those guys have taken ownership in becoming a team and becoming better. So obviously we're glad he's here, and he's going to be a very productive player when we're trying to do.
One last question. The changes you've gone through, how will they, in your short-term challenge, long-term beneficial?
Yeah, I think every year you start over with your team because every year it's different. So I think that's why it's important from a philosophical standpoint. Defensively, you can be interchangeable. You can be flexible with your players because at the end of the day, defense is about winning one-on-one matchups, whether it's up front on the block, whether it's outside covering, whether it's in space type of run. I mean, it gets down to one-on-one. And the way you play good defense is you win one-on-one matchups. So what we've got to do is find a way to get our best 11 players on the field that they can effectively.
We try to help, as many of us as we could, make sure they all.
Coach, how good is Burgess, not only as a player, but as one of your leaders?
Yeah, I think James has done a tremendous job of working to improve himself from a mental standpoint, from a leadership standpoint. Since we've been here, he's one of our best leaders on the team right now. He takes ownership in the defense. He's become a very hard worker on the field. He's bought into our system and what we do. He's made a lot of plays for us over the last year and impacted the game. And I think that he sees how the choices that he's made off the field, from his preparation in the classroom to the work he puts in the weight room, all of those things, along with the skill set he has naturally, he's become a better player. And now that it's kind of like his time to be the leader, he's kind of really stepped up, moved forward, and he's taken ownership in the defense along with Kelsey and Rankins and some other guys to make sure that we work hard every day in practice and that we work to improve our skill set so that we can reach the goals that we have. Very glad he's here, and certainly expecting big things out of him.
Coach, given the talent you lost,
what's your initial assessment of field?
Talented guy, eager to get started, looking forward to learning the playbook, wants to be a part of our team, wants to be a part of our unit from an outside backer standpoint. Very excited to have an opportunity to continue to reach the goals that he has as a young man. So we're excited. We're only day 2, so we're certainly excited to get on the field and practice.
Given the talent you lost off last year's group, is it fair to have high expectations for this group?
Those are actually coming from y'all. We always have high expectations. I mean, we're always working to be as good as we can be, and at the end of the day, we want to play as hard as we can and work to be as good as we can play every snap. And the way you do that is you work hard in practice, you work every period to get better. If things don't go your way on a play, you move forward to the next play and try to improve. and that's the mindset we're going to have. And I think we have the leadership to do that. And we're just going to work hard to try to, play as hard as we can, be productive, and find ways to affect the game.